What's going on, Flyers fans? It's your boy Sal G here with you on It's a Wrap Network. You're watching Clear the Ice, the Flyers post-game show. Tough loss for the Flyers. They battled until the end. They battled to the end, but just couldn't do it against the Carolina Hurricanes. Playing in Raleigh. I always say Raleigh because I'm not from there, and I get made fun of when I work with somebody from North Carolina. So when I say Raleigh, I end up saying Raleigh, and I get laughed at. But anyway, in Raleigh, North Carolina, the Flyers lost 6-4. Yes, one of the goals scored was an empty netter, but the Flyers played all the way up into the end. They the only thing they can't do is get shots on goal, but they hustled, they played hard. They really went up against a very good Carolina Hurricanes team. Flyers South, as I heard they were called from a buddy of mine. But check out, it was like a reunion of sorts for the Flyers going to Carolina. You know, former Flyers players, defensemen Sean Walker and Shane Ghostabear, they call him Ghost, right, for short. And of course, former player and head coach Rod Brindamore, who was the coach of the year 2 years ago. And of course, former Flyer Justin Williams was your assistant GM, and former Flyer is the GM, Eric Tolsky. So, yeah, a reunion of sorts for the Flyers playing in Carolina. Tough matchup, tough place to play. Uh, Fans of Carolina really love their hockey, man. I didn't realize how popular hockey is in Carolina. I guess when you win consistently, you are very popular. But it's the 73rd consecutive sellout for Carolina. So that's very impressive. I think so. Yeah, tough game for the Flyers. I say they battled, but you got some studs on this Carolina team. I mean, they swarm the net when they're on offense in the offensive zone. They put shots on goal. I mean, they just come at you. It's like a swarm of killer bees with these guys. They really come at you fast, play hard, and it's tough to match up against. And give the Flyers credit, for their limited ability to get shots on goal. They only had 16 shots on goal in this game. I mean, that's not a lot of shots. Again, the more shots you have on goal, the greater of a chance you have to get pucks in the net. And Flyers had 16 shots on goal the entire game. Carolina more than doubled that. They had 35 shots on goal. And we had Alexei Kolosov in the net tonight as Sam Urson is nursing a lower body injury, which we believe to be a groin injury that happened uh, in a previous game where Urson had to come out of the game against the Bruins early in the first period. Kolosov relieved him in the game. This is the third NHL appearance for Kolosov, his second overall start. So, while he did give up uh, 5 goals in this game, he didn't play bad. Did he give up five? I swore it was 4. Now I gotta look because now I'm like doubting myself. It was definitely 5 goals. Yeah, he gave up 5 goals, but and the one empty net obviously doesn't count against him. He gave up 5 goals, but overall, I thought he played very well. I mean, it's 35 shots on goal from this relentless offense by Carolina. Like I said, a lot of traffic in the offensive zone by the Hurricanes. Tons of bodies on net, tons of shots on goal. I mean, and they shoot from every angle, from every spot on the ice. Take as many shots as they can. While I was watching Carolina play, it just the thoughts were coming to my head. Considering this is the Flyers of the South, that it the way they play is how I would like the Flyers to emulate their style of play. Now, of course, you need personnel to be able to replicate that type of production that Carolina's given you. But what I see, those shots on goal, the bodies on the net, the traffic, it's causing a lot of chaos, a lot of havoc there around the goalie. around the net, and that's how you get your goals. That's how the puck goes through the net. But Flyers played a good game. While they lost, it was an entertaining game. It was a fun game to watch. It was great. Let's see. People are checking in. Make sure you can throw up a like for your boy here and for the show. Share and please subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends and family. Hey, Barbara, how's it going? She's saying, Sal, it's a disgrace and totally unwatchable. Every game ridiculous. I feel you on that, Barbara. The Flyers are not a good team. You know, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. They could surprise. But they may have very well played above their heads last season. I'm not buying the nonsense that they're pushing out. Barbara, throwing it down. No, I'm not giving the Flyers credit for being uncompetitive. The Flyers don't play at Carolina every game. The Flyers are bad no matter who they play. They're not a good team. I got to find silver linings. I got to cover this team all year. I don't expect them to be good. They're not going to win the Stanley Cup. I can pretty much guarantee that. Can they make the playoffs? I guess. Maybe possibly as a seventh or eighth seed at best. But if they don't, hey, we always got that hashtag, Barbara. Horrible for Higgins, and if the Flyers play even worse, horrendous for Higgins. And if you got an adjective that's even worse than horrendous, we can throw that in the mix. Barbara saying last year they had the playoffs made before Cal Peterson took it away from me. Well, Cal Peterson, goalie could be a problem here for Philadelphia, but Sam Ersson being hurt, not that I want him to be hurt, but this is a good opportunity to see what Alexei Kolosov can do for you. You got to play him because Fedotov's not the answer. Cal Peterson is obviously not the answer. He's been here. He's done that. Hadn't worked. Fedotov, I do not think is good, but Kolosov shows some talent. Kolosov's only, 22 or 23 years old. So the youth there that Kolosov has, Fedotov's 27. So, you know, while he may be a rookie in the NHL sense, he's been around and he may be what he is, but at least Kolosov, maybe you can mold something. Maybe there's something there. And, with Erston being out, who knows how long this lower body injury is going to last? Is it a week? Is it 2 weeks? Is it a month? You never know. Uh, I'm sorry about that, Barbara. She said she's very sad. The Flyers are her favorite team, her main team, more than the Eagles and the others. Well, I can feel you there. I got a buddy whose favorite team is the Flyers, and he pretty much lives and dies with every loss too. So, yeah, I'm sorry, but just like we did on the Phillies when those Phillies were playing bad, when I was doing those post game shows, you were on there with me. This could be therapy session here. So I'm here. We're here on the Clear the Ice. It's a rap network. So please, anyone else, show Barbara some support. The Flyers, they won't be bad forever. It stinks. If your heart and soul's in it, I feel you. But we'll try and make it through. You know, this game's a loss. There it is. We'll rename the show Flyers Rehab, Barbara. There you go, in your honor. But anyway, let's get into the game here. Let's break it down a bit. So Martin Necas, a stud for Carolina, who was just on a hell of a point streak coming into the game. He scored today in this game, 6-game point streak, 6-game point streak for Necas, and he also scored his 7th goal of the season. Also, his 4th straight multi-point game. So my man's on fire. Necas put the nail in the coffin for the Flyers, and he's got 20 points now on this young season. I mean, that's ridiculous. 20 points already in 11 games? It's pretty sick. So he's beasting out. He's playing well. Flyers coming into the game, 2.5 goals scored per game. Yeah, that's not going to do it in today's NHL. It coming in is the sixth worst in the NHL for the Flyers. Well, at least they put up 4 goals in this game. And the goalie for Carolina, he is also the backup. Uh, Pyotr Kochetkov is the backup goalie, and he's been playing pretty well. But he only faced 16 shots, and he let 4 of those goals in. So he did not have a good game um, by save percentage standards. I mean, that's a 75% save percentage. So while he may have been filling in well for the starter, which I forgot his name, it's not on the top of my tongue. I'm sure it's a name I can't pronounce. Kochekhov's been doing pretty well in his place, but the Flyers got to him today. And, unfortunately, Carolina is the better team. Uh, Many of the teams the Flyers are going to face are probably going to be the better team. Unfortunately, on this 3-game road trip that they got a hell of a I would say murderer's row of teams. I mean, all the teams they're facing are pretty good teams. They're going to be playing next. They're going to be playing at Tampa Bay. We know Tampa Bay is a very good team. And Florida, they won the Stanley Cup last year, right? So that's another good team. And they are on the road. It's a tough road trip for the Flyers. Yeah, we could see them going 0 for 3, but it would be nice for them. Maybe they can get a win. If they could salvage a win, I think that would be good. But we'll see what happens. If they lose them all, I'm not going to be surprised. Morgan Frost played on the first line today. He was the first line center. Ryan Paling was out with personal issues. He was back home. Hopefully, everything is okay with him. Hope he's back soon. Don't know what's going on there, so I don't have any more details there. But Morgan Frost, he played, and he got himself his first goal of the year. So, good for Morgan Frost. He needed that. And that was that goal that Morgan Frost scored was the slowest of slow motion goals in real time that I have seen for a guy waiting to get his first goal. I mean, that's just the way his season's been going. Slow, right? Slow to start, slow to score. That was a crazy goal. It just slowly crossed the line there. But we talked about this is Koloslov, Coleslaw. I'm going to just call him Coleslaw because I keep messing up the name. It's Koloslov. But second NHL star for him. He didn't play bad. Uh, Flyers had a power play early on a tripping call, and then they ended up getting a 5-on-3 because of a high stick by Stahl. So 5-on-3 for the Flyers, and Travis Konecny was able to collect the garbage, deposit it in that, put the Flyers up 1-0 in the first period there. That was 7:54 into the first period. And then you had assists by Owen Tippett and Matvey Michkov. So that was nice for Michkov because he's been struggling a bit. Got himself a point there. And Owen Tippett had himself a decent game as well. Then the Carolina Panthers. I'm thinking football, mixing it up. Carolina Hurricanes. Anyway, before I get into the second part there, so Michkov set that goal up. Very nice there, shooting from the top of the zone. And there was a rebound there, or I don't know if it even touched the goalie. It might have went off of a flyer skate, a player skate, but Konecny just deposited that into the net for the goal. And then at 14:25 into the first period, Carolina comes right back. Goal by Jackson Blake. Jack Drury was behind the net. Beautiful backhanded pass. Feeds it to Blake in front of the net for the score. Flyers defense was to blame there. 2 players went towards Drury there in the back of the net. That's a no-no. Drury might have known that there was 2 players there. Obviously, with the pass, hoping there was an open player, probably saw it. So you had the assist by Jack Drury on that nice play there, and Dmitry Orlov tied the game at 1-1. And then just some notes I took, just talking about how Carolina are swarming in the offensive zone, tons of pressure and shots. And, just I was saying that I would really like the Flyers to try and adopt this type of philosophy. Yes, you need personnel, but man, the style of hockey that Carolina plays, it's awesome. It's fun to see. It's exciting hockey. And another highlight or another thing I wanted to point out and note here, Flyers defense being aggressive on offense, which is something we need because they're struggling to get those shots on goal. So it was nice to see. Flyers had 10 shots on goal. They outshot Carolina in the first period 10-8. Of course, shots on goal for the Flyers went all downhill from there. In the second period, they only, which seems to be the worst period of every game this season for the Flyers. They only had 4 shots on goal in the period. Carolina had 14. Uh, I noted 6 minutes into the 6.5 minutes into the second period, Kolosov had a great save through traffic. It was a nice play by him. Again, he let up 5 goals, and yeah, it's hard to say a goalie let up 5 goals had a good game. I'm not going to say it's a great game. There were some nice plays being made by him, and that one was a highlight I noticed. Able to keep his eyes on the puck, even with all that traffic there. It was nice. It was a nice play by him. 8:56 into the second period, Carolina scores a goal. Eric Robinson with the wrister. Great setup by Natchez. Again, just talking about all the points this guy's scoring. He's on fire. Puts Carolina up 2-1. Carolina comes right back. Scores. What's not even a minute in. 54 seconds. Carolina scores another goal. Jordan Martinuk with assist by Jacob Slavin and Brent Burns. Carolina now up 3-1. Carolina can score, and they can score fast. There we go. Here it is, Barbara. Here's your hashtag, horrible for Hagans. If the Flyers continue to play and continue to lose, we have a great shot to get this player here. I forgot his first name. I believe it is James, but he is supposed to be the number 1 prospect. He's in college, and if he's available, for the Flyers, I'm sure they will gobble him up. So Philadelphia comes right back, 13:30 in the second period. We have Owen Tippett with the wrister. An assist by Travis Konechny and Sean Couturier. Owen Tippett, that was an angry wrist shot by Owen Tippett. That puck went in and out of the net, shot back out. Jim Jackson did not even think it was a goal. I didn't think it was a goal either because it was so darn fast. But tremendous force on that shot by Tippett. Tippett needed that goal. We need to get him going. The great pass from Konechny, shot from the weak side by Tippett. Carolina now up 3-2. And Carolina on the power play, 6:06 in the second period, but Philadelphia coming right back with that great penalty kill that they've been showing this year and last year. Then we make our way to the third period here. And again, shots on goal, a problem for the Flyers. 2 shots on goal in the third period. Two. Carolina had 13. Amazingly, 2 shots on goal. Flyers still got a goal. A minute and 18 into the third period. The Flyers tied it up with Morgan Frost's first goal of the year. And like I was saying, that goal was in slow motion, just crossing the line there. Just crossing the goal line. Went off the skate of Frost. Gets credit for the goal. Assist by Travis Sanheim and Travis Konechny there. So that was nice to see. Morgan Frost gets off the schneid. He needed that goal. Flyers need to get goals, get shots on goal. Hopefully this helps. I know it sucks that they lost. We got to try and find some silver linings. The fact that they went toe-to-toe with this team and, pretty much for 60 minutes, went back and forth with them, even though they didn't match up with the shots on goal. Some credit there for the Flyers, playing hard, playing tough all the way through. Of course, Carolina, that swarming offense, that fast offense. 29 seconds after the Flyers tied it up, Carolina comes right back. Jack Roslovic scores with assist by Shevchenko and Jordan Aho. Aho was shot. I probably got his name wrong. Aho shot stopped by Kolosov. By Forrester, got tangled up in the net with Kolosov. So you can't put this goal on the Kolosov. Kolosov couldn't get to the puck to freeze the puck, stop the play. and allowed Roslovic to put it in. Not the goalie's fault there. Carolina up 4-3. Another thing I noticed, and I heard analysts talk about, because obviously I'm not smart enough for this, but I saw a couple of times in the game where Mishkov could not get to a pass with his stick. And I'm hearing talk that his stick is too short. Is his stick too short? I mean, would it benefit him to get, just maybe an inch longer stick? I don't know. I get having a shorter stick probably gives you greater control, but if it's too short, is that a detriment? Uh, and I know I might sound crazy and stupid for saying that, but I heard analysts say that there was an issue with Flyers skate being too big last year, and once he fixed his skate, he was a lot better. So as things like that happen. I mean, that's a possibility, right? I just wonder because I saw one play where Mitchkov was reaching for a pass, he couldn't handle it, and I just wonder. I hear talk about his stick being short, and if that's a problem. So the smarter hockey minds out there are going to know better than me. But I'm just curious. That could be anything there to look into. All right, 9:17 into the third. Flyers come right back. Konechny tip in. Assist by Sean Couturier. It was a turnover by Carolina in the defensive zone, so allowed Couturier with a backhanded pass. Beautiful pass. It might have been a shot on that too. I don't know, but Konechny got it, tips it in, tied the game 4-4 in the third. And I just want to say before I go any further, guys, this is a historic day in American history. Yep. This day is very important in American history. It is the day that Dr. Emmett L. Brown invented time travel. So, all you guys out there, the DeLorean, remember that. Dr. Emmett Brown, kudos to him. He invented time travel. For all you Back to the Future fans out there, you know about November 5th, 1955. Of course, Dr. Emmett Brown, big part of American history, invented time travel, invented that flux capacitor after he slipped on the toilet and banged his head. Remember that, guys. Freddie Burns, he says size matters. You know, I've been told that before. I've been not in a good way. All right. Anyway, 13:41 into the third period. Flyers go on the power play. This was their opportunity to seal the deal, to take the game. But no, you had Emile Andre, who had a crappy game. He committed a penalty 14 seconds later, a holding penalty. I made for 4-on-4 hockey, which is nice because you get more ice, but Flyers had a chance for 5-on-4 hockey action, and they couldn't do it. So bad penalty on the Flyers, a wasted opportunity. That sucks. That's right, Chris. Dr. Emmett L. Brown was hanging a clock in his bathroom, slipped and hit his head on the sink. I said he hit his head on the toilet. Right? The porcelain was wet. I thought it was the porcelain of the toilet seat. Anyway, you shouldn't have been standing on the sink. I mean, come on now. What are you doing, bro? It's 1931, 29 seconds left in the game. Carolina scores the goal. We could not go to overtime. That's right, Netchus. Seventh goal of the year. This guy's a beast. A lot of bodies were at the net. There's a rebound there. Netchus deposits the rebound. Both teams were exhausted there on that play. They were both on the ice for a long period of time. Didn't matter. Carolina wins the battle of wills. And then the cherry on top, Carolina gets the empty net goal by Jarvis. And that was it. You might be right, Chris, because why would the toilet be wet? Why would why would the toilet be wet? I don't know. But standing on your sink sounds a lot more dangerous than standing on the toilet. I don't know, though. But Dr. Emmett Brown, man, he's a little kooky, a little crazy, you know? But yeah, guys. So that's it for the Flyers tonight. I mean, Tough game. Tough game. And looking at that box score here, you got your stars of the game. I'm going to show some love for the Flyers because that's what I'm going to do here. Sean Couturier, 2 assists in the game. Travis Konechny, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4-point game for him. And I had a stat on Konechny too. What was I going to say about Konechny? Well, shoot. I don't know. I lost it talking about Konechny. Anyways. All right. I don't want to slow things up here. It makes riveting podcasts, video casts here. But Netchis, yeah, he's going to get the star of the game. And that's all I'm giving it to. I'm not doing 3 stars. The hell with it. But let's see. I mean, we know the Flyers were outshot, but was there anything that the Flyers did better? Maybe they were more efficient, I guess, with their shots on goal. But I'm just trying to see if there's anything else we could take away from. And trying to see it. Get these stats, man. These stats change up on me sometimes on my webpage. My browser here, my CompuServe, my AOL dial-up. I was trying to see if there's hits or something like that. Hey, the Flyers out hit the Carolina Hurricanes 18-13. If there's anything there, I don't know. But yeah, what are you gonna do? That's it. Kolosov, he faced 29 shots, or excuse me, 34 shots, saved 29 of them. Hey, it's not bad. It's not great. 85% save percent, 85 save percentage. I can't even say it. And Kochetkov had a 75% save percentage. So that wasn't good. So if anything, we beat him there with the goalie efficiency. But that's right. Travis Konechny, 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's my star of the game. He's not the big star of the game because they didn't win the game, but the hell with it. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's it for me tonight. Appreciate everybody joining me. And, we'll see if we get him next time. We'll try. It's going to be tough. Tampa Bay, at Florida, your next 2 matchups. They're going to be in Tampa Bay on Thursday. That game's on 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Check it out. It says it's on ESPN Plus and Hulu. Of course, I don't have Hulu, and if I don't have ESPN Plus, I'm going to be in trouble, I guess. But all right, everybody. Hope you all have a great night. Let's get them next time. Barbara, let's stay strong. It's a long season. Horrible for Hagens. Hashtag, let's make it trending. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Talk to you next time. Peace.